Hello, scholars. Today we will continue our study on pollution and the effects that humans have on planet Earth. Our lesson is entitled Saving Planet Earth, presented by your favorite third grade teacher, Mrs. Jones. Our standard states that we will obtain, evaluate, and communicate information about the effects of pollution, air, land, and water, and humans on the environment. Our new strand states that we will explore, research, and communicate solutions such as conservation of resources and recycling of materials to protect plants and animals. By the conclusion of our entire study, you will be able to explain what reduce, reuse, and recycle means. You'll be able to identify the differences between the three R's. You'll be able to explain why it is important to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Finally, you will be able to identify ways that we can reduce, reuse, and recycle. Have you ever seen this sign before? Do you know what it means? Our vocabulary for today's study is reduce, which means to use less of something, reuse, which means to use something again, recycle, which means to make something new from something old, and finally, conservation, which means to preserve or save, to keep from being destroyed. What are the three R's? Reduce, reuse, and recycle, better known as the three R's, are practices that can be used to save the earth and protect our environment. Where does it all go? Think about your daily activities. Think about how often you throw something away. Humans generate 4.43 pounds of trash a day. This computes to 250 million tons of trash per year. Just to give you an idea, 4.43 pounds is about the weight of 500 sheets of paper. Let's stop. I want you to make a list of how many things you threw away yesterday. Now think about all of the trash your family produced yesterday. Our study will focus on reduce today. Again, reduce means to use less of something. It's inevitable. Humans will produce trash. Our goal is to reduce the amount of trash that we produce each day. About 50 billion bottles of water are bought each year. 80% end up in the landfill. Almost 40% of food is wasted each year. Where does this food go, you ask? Most likely in a trash can. According to data from the Global Forest Resource Assessment, roughly 80,000 to 160,000 trees are cut down each day around the world in order to create paper products. Let's look at some ways that we can reduce. We can use reusable grocery tote bags instead of paper or plastic bags when shopping. We can compost. And just for a footnote, this means to have a mixture of decaying, which means breaking down, of organic substances such as dead leaves, rotting fruit or food, paper products that easily break down, and often insects. This is used to fertilize your soil and is called a composition compound. We can also stop using plastic water bottles and use reusable ones instead. Our summary. The three R's stand for reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reducing the use of disposable items can also reduce the amount of waste produced each year. Finally, composting, buying reusable water bottles instead of disposable bottles, and using reusable grocery bags are all ways that we can reduce the amount of trash we produce each year. After you have watched this lesson, Please review it once more. Be sure that you look at any clips that have been included in your assignment before completing the ticket out of the door. Please remember, when completing the ticket out of the door, you can always refer back to the PowerPoints if you have questions. Good luck, and I'll see you guys later.